Giselle.
And you're Tony.
those
are our fake names.
Hey everybody, welcome to Chad's Home. Today we are joined by Beach Clinic. Thank you guys for being here. So what's up with the fake names? What goes on with that?
Would you like to tell the story?
So we played a show in Riverside, and what was the show called?
Shout out to Riverside.
Yeah.
Hometown.
Lucid Productions? Yeah, Lucid Dream Production.
It was a Lucid Dream production, and there were a lot of vendors there, and we came up, we were just walking around, we just wanted to see what people had to offer, and there were like really nice clothes there. So we went to a specific vendor, and then it came to my mind, and I was like, what do people think my name is? Because they don't know who I am. And then I asked Sara, I was like, if you didn't know me, what would my name be? And then I
have no idea what I said.
I think the vendor was the one that... Yeah, the vendors were like in front of us, and they're like, because I was buying a bag from them. It's super cute, by the way. Besides the point, it's irrelevant. They just kind of like came up to us like, oh, hey, this is our stuff, usual vendor type talk. And then that's when we asked them, what do we look like? What's our names? Like, what do you think our names were to be, since you don't know us yet?
And they didn't even know what our names were.
Yeah. So and I guess she was Jenny, he was Tony, and I was Giselle or something like that.
Yeah.
You feel good about those?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting.
They're okay.
Yeah, I love it.
Like the complete opposite of our actual names. So.
Right. I know. Well, so Lucid Dreams, are they the promotion company, or was it like
it's like a DIY type backyard shows.
Okay.
The ones that help us out. Smaller bands helping out locals and everything.
Yeah, that's really cool. Because I was talking to Sara a little bit. One thing I noticed about you guys and that I appreciate is I feel like you guys are one of the most booked bands. Like, you have such a crazy schedule. Like, looking at your Instagram, it's like 8:16 this, 8:18 this, like da da da.
Yeah.
One, what do you think the importance is of saying yes and actually just doing shows and getting out there? And two, how did all of these come to be?
I think the reason that, it's summer. Like, I guess we're still in summer, and people are just, summer is all about playing shows and stuff like that. And exactly like a year ago in August, we were also booked, but we weren't as booked as we are like right now.
Yeah, like we've come a long way from last year's summer to this year's summer. I think this year we've been recognized a little more. People have started to notice us, Just the simple fact that there's a girl drummer, a girl bassist, I think that just makes us stand out even a tiny bit more than any other band. And then our songs, we continuously been told that our songs just sound so unique, and they have just like a own little, what was the word? There was like this guy who told me at that same Riverside show, he was like, your guys' beats are just so bouncy, and like I want to just dance to everything, and the lyrics are so sad, but I want to dance and be happy still. And it's just like those, I feel like that is what makes us stand out, and people just hit us up. They'll email us, and we'll get random emails from people like, hey, play at this, play at that, and we just tell each other, are you free? Call off work, okay? Wow. Can you play in the evening even though you work in the morning?
Yeah.
I'll sleep when I'm dead. And
the hard thing about this all is that sometimes we even forget we have a show on this day and this that. Everything just gets mixed up, and it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I guess the summertime's a little bit easier, but now, so I know, Sarah, you're going to Cal State Fullerton, which, shout out, because that's my alma mater. Go Titans. So with that, you have like a full-time freshman school load, and you're working. I'm not sure. Are you guys going to school as well?
Yeah, we're actually going to the same school. We're going to be going to Long Beach City College.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're also going to be full-time students as well. I don't know about them, but I'm full-time working too. So it's a lot to handle. It's a lot of stress to put on a person, but we're young. I think we've all agreed on it so many times that we have the same goal to ultimately become a big band, a big known band, and to be able to make this our living, to where we don't have to work at Starbucks, we don't have to work at Tommy's, and we're just bettering our education and doing what we love, essentially.
That's amazing. So with Long Beach, you guys just played that Long Beach festival, like Summer Lovin'
Yeah.
or something
Yeah,
like
we
that.
did.
How was that? That looked cool. Was that the first year that they did that?
It was the second year actually.
Second?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to tell us about Summer Lovin'?
Yeah. I know I haven't talked that much. I know I'm like more of the quiet of the group.
The quiet drummer.
Yeah. That's the benefit of being a drummer. You're always in the back. No one ever has to
Right.
talk to you.
right.
But that was like one of the biggest festivals we ever played.
Yeah.
It was like we were on the main road of where they were having like the whole festival going on, and there was a lot of people passing by, and I think we had like one of the biggest crowds right there, and
That's
everyone
right.
was stopping. Like people would be walking by and they'd stop and like they'd listen to us, and I could see they were kind of like head bobbing too, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Was it just a like music festival, or was it like music and arts, like food and different things going on, or?
I
There
think
were
it's
vendors
I would
there.
say there is,
Mixed.
yeah, I
Some
think there
vendors.
was mainly bands. So it was like 3 stages, 3 different areas where they had so many genres of music. It was great. It was very like diverse. You had a cumbia band. You had a lot more like indie, like us type band, where we do have a cumbia song though.
Nice.
And it was just super cool because you'd walk around, you go around the whole thing. It's kind of like a circle type thing. There's restaurants, there's little food stands, and there's also the vendors selling their art, selling everything. And it was just a super cool experience. I think it was fun for us because I think that was the first actual festival we played at.
Yeah.
Because we've been doing backyard shows, small venues, little bar gigs, Tuesday, Wednesday nights. So
Right.
it was nice to
Yeah.
see a bigger crowd for us.
Yeah. Are those rough? The Tuesday night bar gigs.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I will say, let's throw it back to our first DBA bar
Oh,
gig.
dude.
It's
It
rough.
was rough. We're in a rough patch, I will admit.
Yeah.
We're having some difficulties, head bumping,
Yeah, communication and
arguing.
stuff
The
like that.
communication was horrible, and we practiced, I want to say, once before it, and it was just a really bad show.
Yeah.
But then we redeemed ourselves with the next DBA show because we did amazing at that one.
Nice.
Yeah, that was
And
fun.
it was a really
It was a
good show,
good crowd,
actually.
too.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
nice crowd.
Yeah, man, I know. I feel like everybody has to, or everyone has those shows, of course.
Yeah.
Like I've worked with bands where it was like me, the sound guy, and like the lead singer's mom. We're like the only 3 in this like
That was my mom.
big crowd.
That was we played a bar show like last August, no?
Was it last
Yeah.
August?
In Downey,
right?
yeah, in Downey.
It
and
was his.
That was literally
my
Sarah's mom just
mom.
there.
And then like I don't know if it was Carlos's cousin.
It was my cousin.
Yeah.
With his friend. It was like three
Three
people in
people
the
in
crowd,
there.
including them.
Yeah,
And the
I know.
bartender.
And the bartender.
And the bartender. You got another person in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sarah's mom.
She's
She's
in the
back
back.
there.
She's like our #1 fan. She's at every show. She's
I love
helped us
it.
with gear. She's helped us with rides when we're like stranded and we don't know how to get to places. And it's just, she's amazing. Like, she's really been so helpful in the last almost 2
Year and a
years
half.
now.
Yeah.
Almost 2 years
Wow.
that we've been gigging.
Yeah, amazing. What was your best show that you think? You talked about a bad one.
Imagine.
Oh, one of the best ones.
It has to be
was pretty
Mocha.
Mocha?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
When was
one
that?
was huge. Like, it was a Mocha teen night. It was like in downtown LA, and there were just so many kids there. It was a teen night. There was like 15, 16, all the way to 18, 19-year-olds, and it was just huge. So many
Yeah.
people there. They crowd surfing. They were mosh pitting. It was just
Wow.
crazy.
That's
yeah.
cool.
I think the thing that made it really good about the show was that when we got there, we weren't expecting like that huge of a turnout. We thought it was gonna be like a little gathering amongst like teenagers and stuff like that. And we got there early for a sound check and stuff, and it just sounded bad. I was like, no, this isn't a
It was
suck.
terrible.
We're all.
Yeah.
It's because we're all tired. No one like the volunteers, because they had volunteers that they said they were gonna help us, but you know how it is hauling gear. No one ever helps you.
Right.
And there was just a huge hill we had to climb for carrying
Yeah.
drum gear, carrying big old amps. It was so
It was
hard.
exhausting.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
we had to go up
exhausting.
this
We're all
really tall hill.
sweating, our makeup
Yeah.
dripping down
Yeah.
our face and everything. So like when we actually got there, we're just tired and we're
Yeah.
like, all right, just get whatever sound check we can get. And
Right.
Yeah.
it was a very
then it ended
crappy sound
Yeah.
check and a good turnout at the
That's
end.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I feel like it's the energy is the most important
Yeah.
thing. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, the crowd engagement.
The crowd.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it was just the difference between like huge shows like that and like a backyard gig is that when people go to like an actual show that you pay for, like they're obviously going. Oh, I already suck at explaining. I always do this. So basically,
I think I know what you're trying to say.
A backyard show, people are gonna be a little more intimidating. Like they're not really open-minded to like a new kind of sound. Whereas in like that Mocha Teen Night, everything was just about embracing like just all kinds of arts in there.
And teenagers.
And teenagers.
Just youngsters, you know, just people who are already open-minded. They're creative artists, whether it's like visual or performing. It was they had people in the actual gallery showing off their visual arts. So there was already people there who know the struggle, you know, even though they're not performers, they know the struggle of having to show off your art and being scared to show it off to new crowds pretty much. So it was like super awesome seeing all these like cool little indie kids, colored hair, striped shirts, baggy pants, you know, it was just amazing. It really was.
It's a good scene. It's a good scene.
It's awesome.
So speaking of just like vulnerability, do you all write lyrics, or is that mostly you, or is it all?
I think it's pretty even with the lyric writing.
The beginning of the lyric writing, like when we had first started, it was really Carlos and Karina, and then like
the newer songs has been all three of us.
Oh, cool.
So like our newest song that we will be performing today, it was I think consisting of all three of us.
Yeah.
We sat down. I think they met up first. It was a day that I couldn't practice, and it was a day that I couldn't practice, but they said they still were gonna practice anyway, which is okay, you know. And they came up with a song, and they sent me the audio, and they said, try to make a bass line with this, try to do something.
Nice.
And so I came in with the bass line, and I was like, hey man, this is what I got, but maybe we can change up the style just a little bit, shorten this up. And then we just added lyrics, and it came so perfectly together that people have been liking the song a lot.
Is that one unreleased?
Unreleased yet.
What's it
to
called?
be released this month, actually.
Could you say the name of the?
Yeah,
of the
it's called Only in Heaven.
Only in Heaven.
Yeah, we recorded it. It's getting mixed right now, so we're super excited for that.
Exciting. Who wrote Baby Celeste?
Oh dang,
that was you guys.
Crazy.
That was all of us.
Oh wait,
no,
that mean
it was
lyrics
our
or, like-
first practice.
Both. But
Oh,
Okay. Explain, please, because that was just the writing process to Baby Celeste is amazing.
well, that was like our first song that we had written together, because we had started in like January of 2018, and yeah, that was the first one. Because Carlos had like
He had
parts.
so how Beach Clinic started was like 3 other people that don't even exist in our lives anymore.
Yeah, it was like a 5-piece lineup.
Yeah.
damn.
And
That's
it was
crazy.
me, Carlos, and a few other people, but he had a few songs. Some of them were unfinished, some of them just needed instrumental. But Baby Celeste was weird. It was the first day we all actually got together when I had a bass, because Carlos broke mine, my other one.
It was like on the first practice we had, I broke her bass.
Yeah, it was a
geez.
mess. That's like
It's a rough start.
Yeah, that's a whole different story. But that day I had my bass, finally my new bass, which is Baby Celeste, and he just started playing a riff, and we all just added a little bit, and it ended up becoming that song. And we called each other, wrote a few lyrics. I think she like authorized them. She gave him the okay.
Yes.
She's like, okay, that's good, and
Nice.
it became the song.
Amazing. So Celeste isn't a human being.
No.
No,
Okay.
it's my
Yeah,
bass.
Okay, that's great.
It's a color, right? I think it's
Celeste
a
is
color.
like some kind of shade of blue, I think.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think
Yeah,
so.
and it was
And
named after her bass.
That's
because
great.
she's my baby.
That's great.
I'm baby.
And then I wanted to talk to you about drumming as well. I feel like I don't know how people get into drums because it's so loud and hard to play for me.
Yeah.
So I have so much respect for drummers.
Thank you.
What was your story with drumming? Why did you go with that?
Oh, that was really, that's a really old story.
That's when Sara was like 13,
7th grade?
14,
Yeah.
and
Oh, cool.
I met. Oh my gosh, it's
was a
been so
long time.
long. We met actually at a place called Ignite Music Center out in Whittier, and she was a baby. She was like little nerdy glasses, wearing her Green Day black
I was like,
shirt.
I want to be emo.
Shout out to Green Day.
Right? And it's just
Yeah, I
So you
had
just
started
started-
taking the classes because my cousin really likes Seven Nation Army, and then he was like, "Oh, look at the videos! Like it's a girl drummer." And I remember like we were at the park and he showed it to me, and I got the phone. I ran to my mom. I was like, "Oh my god, I want to do this! I want to be a drummer!"
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So she
Wow.
was looking for classes, and then she had found that one in Whittier. And she was like, "Oh, you could try it out there." And I remember the first day I walked in, they had like a Saturday practice, and they were like, they learned songs and covered them at like the bar down the street. And I saw them do that, and I was like, wow, that's so cool. Like, I want to do that too.
Yeah, yeah.
And I had taken my first class, and I think Karina had her class at the same time.
Her sister was actually at the time learning bass,
Yeah.
but it was at a different time. And I remember her mom coming up to me and saying, "Mija, like, you know, I have a different day for Sophie, but Sarah has it today. Do you mind switching your days so I can bring them at the same time?" Sure, why not? She's super cool. And that first show we played together, we didn't actually play together. You played to the Seven Nation Army song.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Or what song was it?
I played "Sheep" by Green Day. It was like the easiest song I could
one.
play at that time.
But it was the cutest thing ever, because she was like she was a small little bean right there.
Yeah.
And it just, she's
I
grown.
just-
I've known her for like 5-6 years now, and she's
Cool.
grown so much from that. It's amazing to see like both of them, because I've known Carlos since he was a freshman too in high school, and he's going to college with me now.
Yeah.
I feel like a grandma right now, because I'm gonna start crying. Like as musicians themselves, like they've grown so much, and Sarah's just an amazing drummer. It's crazy.
Thank you.
That's so cool. That's great.
That's crazy.
So back to the music for a sec. So for you, if you're listening, is the most recent project.
Yeah.
Is this next song gonna lead into another EP or album or?
It's definitely another phase in our
Okay.
musical journey. For you, if you're listening, is it's more of the beginning of when we started writing music. It was a little how can I
Like
say?
testing the waters, I guess, like trying to figure out what sound we wanted and
Yeah.
what we liked as
Yeah.
a band. And now we're kind of getting to that point where we already know what we kind of
Yeah.
want.
For you, if you're listening, is our process in figuring out our sound.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great.
I think it's a good like foundation to
Mhm.
Beach Clinic, to the first year and a half of Beach Clinic.
Yeah.
And Only in Heaven is the first song into like the new generation Beach Clinic,
Okay.
the like actual good and great quality sounding song into like how much we've grown as
Yeah.
musicians.
It's a new phase.
It's a new phase essentially.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And we get to hear it today.
Yeah.
Excited. Before we go, is the best way to contact you guys, to follow you guys, the Instagram? Is that where you're most active?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay,
most
Okay, so
active
it's just
on
at
Instagram.
Beach Clinic.
Beach.clinic.
Beach.clinic,
Yeah,
cool.
and email official Beach Clinic. It's always Beach
Yeah.
Clinic. You can find
This is
us.
Beach Clinic.
Nice. And actually, before I sign off, I got to shout out Julian Pluas.
Yes, that's our
He's-
boy. I love him.
He's also my boy, so
Yes,
we have
yeah,
a mutual
he
boy.
told me about that. He
Yeah,
wanted to come,
yeah.
but I think just scheduling didn't work out today.
Yeah, he's a great photographer. So now we'll get into some tunes. Thanks for tuning in. Beach Clinic. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, what's up, guys? We're Beach Clinic, and this song is called "Do I Know You." I can feel your hands getting closer, so I'm taking my time touching you. I know your mom said don't close the door, so I'm taking my time loving you, touching you, loving you. I can feel your skin. But how many other guys have felt it? I don't wanna say the street words first, 'cause you could have already said, do I know you? For all the times I've tried, do I know you? I heard you once say, take it slow. So I'm taking my time, touching you. I heard my head say that you don't know how to love, 'cause there's always those times I think about you too much. I think about you too much. I think about it too much. But I can feel your breath on my neck. But how many other guys have felt it? I don't wanna say the street words first, 'cause you could have already said, I don't wanna say that I love you, 'cause maybe you won't feel the same way. Do I know you? Do I know you? Do I know you? And this song is called Señorita. I was walking down the street when I heard these señoritas holler at me. You're so fine. I told myself I'd stay away, but it's too hard to keep myself, señorita. You're so fine, señorita. You're so fine. Can I make you mine? You're so fine. Can I make you mine? I told myself I'd stay away, but it's too hard to keep myself, señorita. Can I make you mine, señorita? You're so fine, señorita. Can I make you mine, señorita? You're so fine. Can I make you mine? Señorita. This song's called Only in Heaven. I was sitting in the parking lot listening to Lucky Love when I thought of you. It's so unlike you to think that I'm cute. Only in heaven, know it can come true. In heaven, I know it can come true. Only in heaven, I know it can come true. And I'm trying not to look like a fool. Heaven knows, heaven knows. I love you. I want you to be my baby too. And I love you. I want you to be my baby too. How did you end up with him when I was always next to you? Open up your eyes and see, you and I are meant to be. In heaven, I know it can come true. Only in heaven, I know it can come true. And I'm trying not to look like a fool. Heaven knows, heaven knows.